Good day friends, quick project today, returning client. He has got a guitar where one of the tuners, this one in particular, this is a replacement, completely disintegrated. So I says, well, we're going to replace it, so we'll get some replacements, and we did, but I couldn't get anywhere 90-degree gubbins. This is the one that broke. The shaft is snapped, so it goes all the way through, blah 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 blah, and that's had it. And says, well, we'll get some more. I went and got some more. He didn't want to spend a lot, so I went and got these TGI brand, decent brand, and I'll see where are we. And I recommended some Wilkinsons or some Vansons for 25 quid, and he says, can you go it cheaper? So I went and got these TGI. 10 quid delivered, job done, and they're pretty decent brand. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is, I'm replacing that. I want to replace all with tuners, but also, just noticed, this one's also gone, the B string. Doesn't work at all, not turning lock. Where are you? We'll twang out a B string there. But nothing happens. That one's also gone, snap. So I'm going to have to just cut the string and remove that one. So we've got another one gone anyway. So I'm going to replace all them. What I said I'll do free of charge is I'm going to fill these holes in. I'm just going to drop some epoxy in there, in them holes, and just fill them up. You know, I'm not going to sand it down or respray or anything. I'm just going to fill them up just so it stops those being there. We'll drill new holes for the new tuners. I'm also going to give the guitar a setup. The action on this is horrendous, and I mean horrendous. Well, these guitars are crap. Look at the action there. It's about 8mm up here, up this end. So not very good at all. I can already see the neck's a little bit warped, or the body's a bit warped. He says he only used it on a couple of songs, so get it playable. So that is what I'm going to do. I've got sent me a spare string. I've got to use these same old strings, which I don't really have a choice. But I'm going to clean it up, polish the frets, level the frets, what have you, change the tuners, fill in those holes. This video, I'm not going to release this video. It's not going out for release, this video at all. This is just for the owner. So I'm just going to explain what I'm going to do. Like I said, it's going to be a complete setup. Frets want polishing, they probably need a few leveling. I'll make it a nice, quick, cheap and cheerful job on this one. And I'll back with an update shortly. Show the one of the B strings disintegrated as well. I've just undone the top, undone the back, and there you go. And let's have a look. And there you go. And that one has also snapped. I thought it had. I did tell Clive this the other day. So we're just going to remove this screw just so we can see. So these Ovation tuners were on the way out. I said the guitar, by the way, is an Ovation Applause. Cheap little thing, they're not expensive. But there you go. That one's also disintegrated. If we can hopefully save that string. Not sure I can, to be honest with you. But we do our best, don't we? Let's see if we can just get this out of here. It's not going to have it. It's not going to separate, I don't think. So I'm going to have to cut that string, get that off. Unless I can push that all the way through. I don't think I can push it all the way through. So that's it. So anyway, back in a bit with an update. We've got it out. We saved the string. Fortunately, there you go. Let me just show you. Here's the one that originally had it. That was on the E string. Blah 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 blah. And there's the one off the B string. And again, same problem. Snaps here. Blah blah blah. So I'll stick all these in a bag. These can all go in the bin. Well, I say in the bin. We'll stick them in a bag, you can have them back. But at least I've got that string saved, so we can put the same set of strings back on. So I'm just going to crack on with that. Not an expensive job, it's not a long job either. It's not going to take me too long to get this sorted out. A couple of hours. I'll charge him for a setup. And I'll obviously charge him for the tuners, which I've had to go and buy. So there you go. Just want to show you this, that's all the shite with scraping off the fingerboard. I've got oil on there, I'm just basically, there you go. That's all dead skin and crud and horribleness. I've only done 5 frets, so I'm whizzing across. Just where, there you go, sunny knife blade. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with that, get cleaned up. So we've de-crudified fingerboard. I think you'll agree that looks 50 billion times better. Looks a lot better. Still need to rub that off a little bit. That's all the crap we've got off there. That's ingrained scum, finger grease, sweat and stuff over the years. Here's the stuff I actually scraped off. You get the idea. It's not very nice to work with, is it? So we'll get rid of that. We'll give it another spray of mineral oil. We'll let that soak in. We're going to let this now. This will get to the wood now. And what we're going to do is we'll let that soak into the wood. Nourish the wood. Get 15-20 minutes on there. And then we've got fingerboard back to how it needs to be. This guitar will be like a new guitar when it's done. It'll be fantastic. I will sort the action out if I can. The action's a little bit high, well, it's quite a lot high. I may lower the action or not, I don't know. I wasn't asked to lower the action. I can have a look. Things with the saddle, it's a saddle that you can't remove from the guitar. There you go, because it's got the thing pickup welded to it basically. So I'm a bit limited by what I can do, so I don't really think I can do anything with the action. But what I can do is I can clean the saddle, and already a little bit of TLC goes a long way. I've now cleaned the saddle. It was all crappy brown before, and now it's actually an ivory colour again. Just clean that with a little bit of mineral oil and look at the colour of it now. Absolutely beautiful. So the guitar already looks 10 times better. A couple of spots, a couple of bits of crap to rub off there. So I think we're going to get this right. I can't really lower the action unless I file over the saddle while on the guitar. I'm not prepared to do that. That's too much faffing about. So we'll just get it all set up, get a fresh polish, get it all set up, get them new tuners on there, and it really will be okay. Welcome back, friends, and with the new tuners on and the strings on and the guitar tuned to pitch, we are now going to look at the nut, and specifically in the height of the strings above the first fret. And I notice they are quite high, which means when we're playing open string, it's fine, we're in tune, but when we start playing a bar chord on the F, the F sharp or the G, we tend to go a little bit short because we're having to press down a lot more to get the strings behind the fret. And I will take a feeler gauge, and I already know in my mind kind of what heights I like on certain guitars. And for an electric, we go pretty low on the low E, to about 0.3mm above the fret, but on a acoustic or a semi-acoustic like this, I would like to go around about 0.4. And seeing where we are about 0.7 there. We have still a fair bit. And on the A string, we're about 0.6. On the D string, we're about 0.5, probably a little bit more. And when we come over to the treble strings, I would like to go around about 0.25 on the high E, string 1, and about 0.3 on the next two. So we're going to do 0.25, 0.3-ish, 0.3. 0.3 again, 0.35, 0.4. That's from strings 1 to 6. And we see here that we're a little bit high. Now I'm kind of working against myself here, so I've got to be very, very careful. But what I need to do is just carve into the nut slot. And I have nut files, and this is there's 2 cutting edges to a nut file. And we've got a 17, which is the 3rd string there, and a 46, which is the 6th string, and this is a 1046 set. So what I'll do is, just to lower down, I'll remove the E string, take the 46 side, and we'll just slightly cut in to the knot. I don't want to go mental, don't want to go too low, because if we go too low, I have to replace a knot. So I'll see where I am from this side, and just basically slightly carve in to that slot. And it's the same for all 6 strings, and I'll just measure. I will take my feeler gauge again in a moment, and I'll just check that once we start to get a buzz on the feeler gauge, we know where we need to be. That's a 0.25 there. I'd like a 0.4 on this one. So it's just a matter of coming in. Just buzz in. That is it. It's perfect. It's exactly where we need to be. Now the A string. So the A string, we're going to take the A string size, which will be a 36. We're just going to ever so slightly just carve in. Now I'm totally working the wrong side of this at the moment for the camera. And that is it. And I'm not going to go mental. And it may take a couple of goes to get where we need to be. There you go. I'm really happy with that. Down to a 0.3 for the next string. Very easy, it doesn't take long. 0.3 on the next one. So on that we'll take the 26 file, which will be this one. This is a 2610, first string, fourth string. And again, not going mental, just bring it down a little. And there you go, down to 0.3. Now we'll do the same, come to the other side. There will be a 17 on that one. And you see, we're not with a lot. Now these files are sharp, so we don't have to go mental. And again, feeler gauge, 0.3. Still go a little bit more on that one. The reason I don't go so gung-ho with 17 is I know this 17 file is really sharp. It's quite easy to go too deep. And we've gone a little bit. That's ringing a little bit now, it means I've not got the slot level. Just go again. It's better, I would say that was about right. Slightly under 0.3 there. That's perfect. On the B string, this will be a 13 or 0.013 gauge. Again, we don't need to go a lot. Let's try 0.25 on that one. Still go a bit more. We're there with that. And the last one, top E string. Not too much off this one. And it just means we have to press a little less to get into to play a chord. It makes the tension a little bit less. I can tell with the way that's sitaring a little bit, I've not got that slot level. So I'm going to go again. We'll just slightly angle that back, and that should be fine. Just catching on that that little pad there, that's why it's not ringing. There you go, and we'll check this one, 0.25. And there you go, that is how we cut the knot. That one is done. So what I'm going to do now is going to tune the guitar in, and we will be finished. And like I just said, this guitar is now finished. Ovation Applause, I think it's their most budget model. Decent guitar. It's got an EQ system on there of sorts. I had one of these. I didn't like it that much, but then again, it is a budget guitar. But what have we done with this? Well, it's had the lot. It didn't really need any frets leveling, but we've cleaned the fingerboard, polished all the frets, set the action and the rate and the action on the neck. I've recut the nut a little bit lower, filed a little bit off the saddle across the top bit because you can't get at it from the bottom. So we've lowered the action a tad. Still a little bit high on the low E. It is 2.75 millimeters above the 12th fret, 1.75 on the low E. If we could have got underneath that saddle, we could have filed a bit off underneath, skimmed a little bit off there when we got it back. But that's well acceptable, 2.75. Because we've cut the nut that end, it plays really, really nice at that end. We've got the neck virtually straight. And another thing we did do is we replaced the tuners. There you go. And I didn't use the TGI ones in the end because I realised I bought a 6-in-line set, not a 3-3 set. So once I got the bottom ones, I was all wrong. So I had to go and get another set. These are just a set I got off eBay. They were 10 quid delivered. And they work fine. You'll notice I filled the old holes in. I didn't do a complete pro job on there. I didn't skim it all off and respray it as I would if I was doing it professionally. But I filled the holes in, coloured them in black, and you can hardly tell. It just makes it look a little bit tidier. The guitar plays fine, it stays in tune, and it kind of looks the part. Not bad at all. It's got a set of electric strings on there. So there you go. What more do you want for a cheap little setup? So that's all ready to go, ready to gig. Another one done. I'm Victor Christian. I'm your fret friend. Catch me at facebook.com/ng17. That's facebook.com/NGONESEVEN. New website is being built as we speak. My wife is upstairs building me a website. And if you want to check that out, I don't know when it's going to go live, probably within a week or so. That will be fretfriend.co.uk. Really simple, fretfriend.co.uk. We're going to get everything on there. You can learn everything you want to know about me and Fretfriend and what we do here. But that is not live quite yet. But just bookmark that one, fretfriend.co.uk. And anyway, this is me, Victor Christian, signing off. Another one done. So God bless you all. As always, be good to each other. And I'll see you soon.